Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone. And then now we are with Professor Dr. Peter John Wane. We are on workshop how to write a book, actually chapter a book. And then during the ASEAN Youth Forum, and then the conference will be in Dalat University the next December. We will have with him the launching of our book, and then hopefully your chapter will be prepared soon, will be completed soon, and then we can launch in the next 10 months ahead. And then we will see you every Friday afternoon, yeah, to see the possibilities to write a chapter. So please, time is yours, Sensei.
Basically, we talked the last time about an area that everybody wanted to write on inside the chapter for the textbook. If we can see some we need to see more concise or more details, as well as even for myself, I have to develop my chapter more and get the details done. So I think we all need to move forward, and we just talked about titles and what we might be interested in doing last time. I don't think we've gotten past that point where we have even like the purpose or the introduction section where you actually have done the reviews of whatever research is related to the chapter of the area that you're working on. So I think we need to work on those, and then probably share those with the with us here, and then we can have the assistance or input or guidance from the other people who are working on chapters also.
Okay, so actually, our workshop, Sensei, it's about the, if you remember, colloquium that we have in Sidrap last year. So we would like to come in turn to write this discussion at the time, and come to the book chapter for every one of us. So every one of us will contribute to the chapter, and then we will launch it in Dalat University in the next December. So somehow it is about interdisciplinary, somehow it's multidisciplinary about education from any kind of perspective, or somehow because we work in the faculty of language, foreign language in Dalat University. So somehow we want to, in terms of foreign language or education and foreign language, but somehow we could come with our own perspective.
Ideas, perspectives, yes. So like English as a second purpose, or if you're specializing in another area like sociology or another area, maybe how do you teach that by using English as a foreign language to the students that you're actually using? So that's ideas that can be generated in various areas, how we actually use English to teach and develop the skill, the understanding of various areas that we are trying to work towards. So tonight, I don't, did you want me to cover what people should be, how to write a chapter, or what furthermore did you want to talk about tonight?
We need actually for the first meeting now, it's about how to find the idea. What is the idea that we could write?
So because everybody has not got a concrete idea yet, I would suggest that each person look into the what research has been done and look at the area they're interested in, and then based on whatever problems they find or things that they find could be explained in another way, that they should write that up, and we can discuss what they are actually, what type of research they did look into, and what they are planning on talking about in the chapter, and how they plan to develop it, and what the title is of the chapter that they plan to do. So I think that's what we would need from everybody. As well, I'd have to do the same thing myself, which I haven't done myself for the chapter for the textbook yet. So I think we all have to do that.
Okay, so we start from the idea or we
Yes.
start from the topic, but somehow the title we can make it later.
Yes, yes.
For example, quote unquote, the title is the tentative title, but we can revise it by the end before finishing it 100% of the manuscript.
Of
So
course,
somehow we can start from the idea, and
of
then
course.
through the idea we can expand the idea to the paragraph to paragraph, and make sure that every paragraph has they have a type each one other, so
Connection,
they have
yes.
cohesion and coherence between the paragraph.
That's
So
where you, yeah,
actually we have like ABC. A is introduction, B is the explanation, C is conclusion, and
mhm,
then don't forget for the reference by the end. So
yes,
and the reference, let's say it's APA style. So
yes.
ABC and then reference and APA style. And then during this one, we should make sure that there is a novelty over there. And
Mhm.
then in the beginning introduction, we have around state of the art of there.
Yes.
What is the differences between the past publication and then our writing as the future
What we're
publications
working on.
for them.
Yes.
So this is actually we start from the idea to the topic, from the
Mhm.
topic going to the paragraph. So even though that we already have the like kind of the how to say
Hypothesis.
the title, but it is the tentative of the like let's say the tentative title. So we
Yes.
can make it the title after, and then during the writing, it might be we can make it as the one of the day, the title. Thank you, Prof. Samir. Come with us, and then we already discussed actually this the book that somehow it like kind of we start from the idea, we go move forward to the topic, and then after the topic we can make it the paragraph, even though that we already have the title, but it is the tentative title that we have. Do you want to
Exactly.
say something, Prof. Samir?
Okay, assalamu alaikum, and
Waalaikumsalam
nice
warahmatullahi
to meet
wabarakatuh.
you again, Prof. Ismail, and your friends, and all our friends in Indonesia, and also, and particularly in Makassar. Okay, may I know what is the tentative title that you already discussed?
We mean that the tentative title, it means that if we, among us, if we prepare for prepare for the chapters, if we start from the title, it might be it is the tentative title of us. So with Prof. Wanner, we will do interdisciplinary in education. And then with you, we will have interdisciplinary with the entrepreneurship. Yeah. Every one of us will contribute to the one chapter.
Yeah, to me, that's very good. Maybe we can also focus in the domain, the big umbrella of the book. For example, education in the era of digitalization or era of Industrial Revolution 4.0. Okay. After that, we look, or this is one. For the second one, for example, education, what we call it, opportunity, look like education, the transformation of education system. It means somehow, I mean, the big umbrella, you want to focus on education, you want to focus in maybe, let me say, South ASEAN. So when we prepare our papers, we park it. The domain will be, for example, some people, they will look at education, the opportunities and challenges. Some of the things they will look at Industrial Revolution 4.0, how it influences education. Some will also move to Islamic education system in the era of digitalization. So from here we can do. That's why I say the big one, we call it the big umbrella. What are they? We are not going to talk about the title. We talk about the theme or the keyword of the book.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, mine. If you ask me, since majority of what we call it Indonesian, they are more likely to look at education, regardless Islamic education and English education, scientific education, interdisciplinary education, social science education, humanities, and so on. Here we look at localized keyword, we call it the transformation education in the era of digitalization among Asian countries, South Asian countries.
Okay. So like this, Prof. Prof. Peter Wanner and I plan to have another conference in Vietnam in Dalat University during the next December. And then somehow it is good for us to see the possibilities to have the linkage between language, because we will focus on the language, and entrepreneurship. What do you think?
It's very good.
Yeah, it might be there is any student, because we accept in the same times a graduate student to come or to join us during the conference. What do you think? Is there any possibilities to recommend your students around the world to come on and join us here in Dalat in Vietnam?
Okay, now, for example, in the conference, you are focusing in language and also entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, we may have, especially we have many opportunities in terms of entrepreneurship education, because right now there are many potential researchers. They are looking in how to improve cognitive skills by using some kind of hands-on rather than just only theory base. In language, it will be look like somehow how to internationalize the entrepreneurial skills, because it is the word of language, which is English. So somehow we can manage it.
Okay, thank you, Prof. So actually, somehow the idea that we have that we want to make it interdisciplinary, but how the word interdisciplinary is not familiar with a friend of us here in Dalat University. But it is not make that we will stop over there, but somehow we will explore some kind of the opportunity to do that one. Actually, this kind of session tonight only to explore how the starting of the book, and then we still have 10 months to go, and hopefully we can make it clear. So I would like to invite every one of you to say as the closing statement to answer actually how to start the book, because somehow I already come up that starting a book is come from the idea, topic, even talk that we already have over there, uh, the title, but somehow I use the term that it is a tentative title. We start from Prof. Peter.
Okay, well, like I said, the area I'm going to be working on is the how the transition of emphasis on academic writing in education has moved towards the ability to perform well on tests, such as the TOEFL or the TOEIC. And because of that, a lot of emphasis has been moved towards just vocabulary and not actually the way of writing in many universities, even academic universities such as Tohoku University, which is ranked as the #1 academic university because our students all are getting above a 550 on the TOEFL in comparison to the other colleges all over Japan. But my argument is that those test scores do not necessarily reflect the ability to write and develop a person's idea well. And this is the problem I've seen in writing classes that I actually teach at the university. So this is and also at the same time, in terms of interdisciplinary, I'm actually teaching medical students, engineering students from all disciplines. So looking at how they actually apply their abilities and how they try to improve their English skills, how this transition has moved towards testing more than actually towards building the ability for students to develop ideas and think about them from their actual heart or perspective, so that they can actually really write with a purpose in mind. So this is what I'm going, I am thinking of working the chapter that I'm working on myself. So that's basically so I mean, there's not the title, as you said, is not a clear title yet, just that it's going to be talking about the transition towards an emphasis on testing over creative writing in academic through academic purposes. So that's what I'm going to be emphasizing on.
Very good.
Okay, next, Prof. Samir.
Okay, now I can see thank you very much, Prof. Afrest, for your briefing. It is very great topics, because really we experience this issue and it is really demanded. in order for us now to comprehend with all topics, maybe we can look at the big umbrella from human capital competencies development. So under human capital development is one of the part we put
Yeah.
one as a theme.
Yeah, it could be one of them, yes.
Okay, so in the era, let me say, human capital competencies in the era of our industry revolution 4.0. So one of the most important skills is the language, actually, the era of what we call it industry revolution. From that one, you can hit that theme.
Yes.
Me,
That's what, yeah.
okay, also human capital. Sometime we call it what we interpersonal skills development. Okay, if we want to look at interpersonal skills development, it goes from the language, it goes from self-esteem, self-efficacy, also leadership skills, and those we call it soft skills that needed by the and we call it 2030. Okay, so we have to decide either we move to human capital competency development in the era of industry revolution 4.0. This one also will include the entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship is one of the what we call a tacit skills that can help to mitigate the challenges of industry revolution 4.0, especially in job creation. So if we move to that point, I think it will be good. And if we narrow that one to look at contextualize the book to be like in Southeastern Asia, it will be some kind of good sound. What do you think, Prof? Hello? Prof. Ismail?